Alright guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994 back with another YouTube video. After weeks and weeks and weeks of bad weather, even a month ago we had snow on the ground, and the last couple of weeks have been pretty grey and rainy. We finally got some sunshine, and looks like the summer might be here, at least temporarily. So I'm going to take the opportunity to get some bits out of the garage and get stuff set up in the car. Plan is tomorrow to drive up to my local perch, just get everything set up, just to do some tests, make sure before I go out to sort of more remote DX locations that everything's working properly. So I've just pulled everything together and was going to talk you through all of that. The other thing I wanted to ask, I've had a few comments about a number of my previous videos about the sound quality, so I'm trying out a different setup today, especially because I'm outside. So I'm hoping that the sound quality is a bit better, you can hear me properly, and there's less wind noise and all that sort of stuff. And I've got some equipment, just basically a different microphone and stuff, and I'm planning to get another camera. So you don't know about the video quality might be better as well this summer. So longer term, through the course of the summer, I am planning to drive out to some fairly remote locations. So I also wanted to have a look at the car today, try out some ideas that I've got about car camping. Although I have got a tent, and I'm quite happy to pack the car up with all that stuff. Because this car is fairly big, I think there might be a way that I can adjust the seats, and it would be big enough for me to sleep in. So for the more remote locations that I want to get to, could be quite a useful idea. So I just want to give that a test today whilst the sun's out and it's not raining. So to talk through what I've got and a little bit more about how I tend to use the radio, I've just bought a couple of bits out with me temporarily, and as I say, I'm gonna fiddle about with some stuff today and then be driving out somewhere tomorrow. So I've got my old Colt 295, which you will have seen in other videos. It's a great little radio. It doesn't actually push out 4 watts, and last time I was out I had some issues with being heard. The receiver on it is fantastic, so that's why that's my preferred FM radio of choice. I bought the SWA meter out with me because I'm going to be fiddling about with the different antennas that I've got for the car, probably tomorrow, but just want to make sure I've got everything together. And then the other thing that I've got, although I've got the choice to connect the rig up to the cigarette lighter, I can't actually find the adapter at the moment. There's a bunch of stuff buried somewhere in my garage that I can't find. So probably for tomorrow, and certainly when I do portable activations, I tend to use this battery pack, which I've done a video of before. So it's fully charged. I had it on charge last night, so that's probably what I'll end up using tomorrow up at the local perch, and certainly will have it packed with me when I go out and do other DX locations. So if you haven't seen it in other videos before, you will certainly see it again. And as I mentioned, I've got a sort of review video of it elsewhere on the channel, so I'll link up to that in this video. So yeah, mentioning as well the sound quality issue that I had, I just was going to ask you guys really to let me know what you think of the sound quality. So if you wouldn't mind just leaving a comment, is it better, is it worse than some of my other videos? Be worth knowing. And if I need to invest more in some additional stuff, then obviously I'm happy to do that. I'm getting quite a good following on the channel now, so want to make sure that you're getting the best out of it that you can. Right, so I'm going to fiddle about with some stuff, and then we'll talk some more. So in the car now, just got things laid out in the passenger seat, and I did want to respond to a comment that a guy left a while back about one of the antennas that I've got. It's the 5-foot Fire Stick. There's a couple of different ways that I tend to use the radio. If I'm running mobile, static mobile, then I'll usually have the CB radio up on on the dashboard, but when I'm driving, just to make it easier to access more than anything else, I tend to have it in the passenger seat if I'm on my own, and I don't really use it that much when I'm driving, to be honest. Sometimes I'll just have it on just to listen to what's out there, because as I say, it's quite a nice little radio. So when it is, when I am driving, this is kind of what I'll do. I've just got it connected up to the battery at the moment. I've got a mag mount on the roof, which I've just put on this morning, because again, it's not permanently on the vehicle, and I've got a little whip antenna on it, and that would be the way that I would usually use the radio mobile. I don't have it permanently as a fixture in the car. If you're new to this channel and would like to see more CB related videos, feel free to hit the subscribe button below and watch out for new videos uploaded every Wednesday. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to hit the like button or leave me a note in the comments section. Also, if you're new to CB Radio, watch this video through to the end to find out more about the free gift I offer to all of my subscribers. And then if I am doing static mobile, I'll just put it up on the dashboard and job's good. And as I say, I've got a 5-foot fire stick as well, and what would tend to happen the few times that I've been out with it, I'll go up to the location that I want to get to, and this is exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow up on my local perch, and then swap the antenna out. So take the little whip aerial that I've got, which I'll show you in a minute, and swap it out for the fire stick. And the last few times I used it, it did have a great receive, so quite pleased with that. But because of the size of it, and you'll see it in a second, it really is just too tall, and I'm on a mag mount. I wouldn't be surprised if it got torn off the roof. So they are usually designed to sit down on the bumper, so you sit them lower on the vehicle, so they don't sort of protrude so high above the roof of the vehicle. But this is one way that I would be using the radio, as I say, with the little whip antenna that I've got. So this would be the antenna that I'd normally use when I'm driving. Much smaller. It's about a meter high, just sitting on I think it's an 8-inch, maybe a 6-inch mag mount. Works quite well. Doesn't give a tremendous range, but it doesn't need to. So that would be, as I say, the way that I would be driving around. And then when I got to a location that I wanted to swap the aerial out, I've got this 5-foot antenna, the fire stick with the red cap. So that's great. The only issue that I have got with it is the general size. It doesn't even fit in the boot of the car, it's so long. So it has to be that when I'm on my own, generally it just sits in the back seat. But as you've seen in other videos, that's what I tend to use when I'm doing static mobile, which, as I said, I'll be doing tomorrow. So while we're out here today, I thought we might as well have a look at the car. As you can see, if you know, it's a Vauxhall Safira, decent sort of family size car. And one of the things about it is that you can convert it from a 5-seater, so just a standard sort of 3-seater bench seat in the back. There's 2 additional seats, so the back of it is pretty long, and what my hope is that I can get a camp bed into the back when it's all configured right, which means that I'll be able to sleep in the car and therefore obviously camp, which just makes it easier when you get to your location than ringing up a tent or whatever else. And you can just sleep in the car, which is a little bit less conspicuous. So a bit tricky to get it all in focus, but this is inside the car, obviously. You got the front passenger seat, and then the usual bench seat in the back, and there's a parcel shelf behind that, and I'll show you the boot. Just to show you the boot, really, one of the biggest boots I've seen in any car, and it does come in bloody useful. And this is how we normally have the car set up. So the third seat in the back would be lowered down. You can't really see it because of the parcel shelf, but there's a drink holder and all that sort of stuff, because I've got 2 kids and they spend a lot of time in the back of the car, either 2 or 3 of them. If they've got mates, then we've got a couple of different configurations that we can use, which is pretty useful. and obviously the wife is very happy with so much room for her shopping and all that sort of stuff. So it turns out to be a pretty decent car. I just wanted to show you one other thing. So I pushed the rear seats right forward, taking the mat out and the parcel shelf. As you can see in the boot, there's a couple of extra seats. You can see the handles there, and if I pull them up, a bit tricky to do one-handed. Let me see what we can do. Sorry about the camera work. That clips back, and that gives us 2 extra seats. So let me just flip them up properly, safely, and I'll show you what that looks like. So pulling the 2 seats up, you lose all of the boot space, but gives you 2 extra seats in the back, as you can see. So that's your 7 seats. And again, this has been really useful with not just having the 2 kids, but friends or, you know, grandparents or whatever else. We can all get in one car, which is really useful. And then from the front, you've got the back seat just there, and as you know, you've got the additional seat belts and all of that stuff, so you can get 7 people in. They're not sort of, because they're fold-away chairs, I mean, they're comfortable enough and they're safe enough and all that sort of stuff. So again, just to show you, 7 seats in the car can be bloody useful at times. So another configuration to show you, I've got the back seats pushed right up behind the driver's seat and the passenger seat, but I've left the 2 kind of little seats at the back up. And I saw it on a YouTube video. I didn't even know you could do this until quite recently. He was calling this a limo, and I have to say it is it's pretty bloody spacious. So if there were just the 2 passengers and you wanted to set things up like this, then it is possible to do that. And obviously what I want to do now is just push the back seats down and just see how much room we've got in the back. So this would be how I'd want to set it up, and we're going to go and get a camp bed now and see if we can get it in there. So I pulled out my deluxe camp bed, folding camp bed, and got it all set up. I just put it against the car just to see how long it was, and just to show you that things don't always work out. Wedged it into the car. I've got it sort of diagonal, and it's just that little bit too long. So fortunately I've got some other ideas I can try, but this would have been the height of luxury for me, really. So it's probably 3 or 4 inches, maybe slightly more, too long to go in the car, and you couldn't really have it in the car like that anyway. So we're going to try a slightly smaller one, see how we get on. So yeah, tried a different camp bed, still too long. And then third option was to look at an inflatable mattress. We have got some single ones somewhere, but can only find a double at the moment, and it's too wide and it is a little bit too long. So the adventure continues, basically. I'm pretty sure I can find a way we can get some kind of mattress in here, a little single, and then I've got a camp stove and a cooler and all that sort of stuff that I'd want to try and get in the car, but that'll have to be for another video for another day. But yeah, I mean, happy with the size of the back of the car, so pretty sure we can do something with it. So we'll be back with another video soon. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, leave a comment. Also let me know about the sound quality, as I said. Just be useful to know that it is better. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in another YouTube video soon. Cheers guys. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and as a thank you to you, particularly if you're new to CB Radio or returning to it after many years, I've put together a free information series called The Beginner's Guide to CB Radio, which I'm sharing with all of my subscribers. To find out more, click the link in the top right corner now. And new for 2018 is my CB Radio playlists.